big win, one of the biggest in program history.
Yeah, I mean, that team's so good. Like they're I mean, between that team and the Michigan team that we played, in they're that's as good as you see in college hockey. Like they're that good. So another benchmark win for us. Huge to do it at home in front of our fans. They were incredible tonight, and it was awesome.
How badly did you need it, Greg?
We needed it. We needed it bad. It was a must-win. We just haven't had a lot of puck luck this year. We're right there. I mean, from having 12 wins right now, and maybe even more. So to get it the way we did tonight, where it didn't feel like in stretches it was going to happen because of how good that team is, was really good. I felt like we played better last night. I felt like we deserved to win the game last night. So I really believe that this was a deserved split for our guys. They deserved to get out of this weekend with a win.
How did you try and manage that one line?
You don't. I'm just glad we don't play them again. You don't. They're that good. They're literally the perfect line. I mean, they're constructed perfectly. They have everything you need on a line. And I think, last night Matty probably wasn't going quite like he can. Tonight that kid was going. Like he was impossible to handle, and when he's creating all that space for Logan and Jimmy, they're literally unstoppable. So we were lucky to get out with that win.
Coach, the game winner comes from Josh winning a faceoff. He's one win, 2 losses tonight in the faceoff circle, but is there a bigger faceoff that he's won?
No, I mean, that was what we called a timeout to set that up. We knew if we could win it forward that he could hit Ducky on Ducky's what we call Mastro. We could hit him on a breakaway, and so that's what we called the timeout to do. They executed it, and we finally scored on a breakaway. I think we were 0 for 12 on breakaways this season before that one.
Coach, you bumped Ryan up to the first line tonight after a good game last night. You got to be happy with how he stepped up.
He was great. For a freshman to score 2 goals like that tonight, going to the net like he did, was impressive. He's a great player. He's going to be so good for us for a long time. And we missed him at Clarkson immensely. We missed Jack Jensen immensely this weekend and last. So he was a huge shot in the arm. We felt like we just needed to switch some things up, change some mojo, and then Como and O and Silly got that going in the second for us, so it worked tonight. Sometimes they make you look smart. Very rarely do they make me look smart.
Coach, on your lone penalty kill tonight, I think there's a diving play with TJ keeping the game where it was, I think 4-3, and a lot of commotion after that. Did you kind of feel that was like a momentum-saving, game-saving opportunity?
That's just what you need your goalie to make some big saves against teams that good, and he did, and it would have really stung scoring 4 or 5 goals against that good of a team and not winning, but we got it done. He made the saves when he had to.
Greg, just, in that second period especially, when you see the defense is giving you some stuff on the other side, did your team kind of smell some blood in the water at that point?
They did. I think if you don't manage the puck against the Gophers, you're dead, right? So that's what we got. I think the first 10 minutes of the first period, we managed the puck really well. It's just get it out, get it in forecheck, and really pressure their D and make it hard on them and finish your checks. And we felt like if we could get pucks in behind their D and get in on them and really aggressive on the forecheck, we could get some chances. And we got away from that in the last 10 minutes of the first period, and we executed it in the first, I think, 2 or 3 shifts and started to play downhill a little bit, and our guys were opportunistic and scored some big goals.
You're going to have a lot of Big Ten teams coming into this building with the arrangement you made a couple of years ago. Is this a nice way to kind of kick it off? Yeah,
it was unbelievable. That's what I told Bob at the end. It meant a lot to our program that he was the first to return. It says a lot about him and honoring that. And to have that good of a team in our building and that storied of a program for our fans and our community, hockey community, to see what the best of the best in college hockey is, was a big honor. So I told him that after the game, and they got to see 2 really good games, that could have gone either way, and I'm just glad we got away with the win. Our guys deserved it.
Probably the loudest this building's been, especially with the team on the other side that you're going up against. What does that say about your group to handle those emotions and to find a way to get it done?
That was, I think, the struggle. What are we 6-2 at home now? But the first weekend against Colgate, the game that we lost, you could feel our guys not knowing how to handle their emotions and control their emotions in front of 5,000 of their own fans. And they did a really good job of that tonight. That team is so disciplined. They didn't take a penalty tonight. And I couldn't honestly, maybe the turnover by Lovell could have been called, but he also could have moved the puck quicker. So that was probably the only one, but I thought when you have a clean game where there's only one penalty called, you can't complain. But that's just, they're so disciplined. They just they don't give you much.
And in a game like that with the shifts and it seems like back and forth, only one penalty, like you said, the physicality, the refs seem to be letting the guys play. What are you saying on the bench to guys before they go out there to kind of handle the game as it goes along like that?
It's the messaging tonight was just all about puck management. If you don't manage a puck against them, their transition is so good and so crisp and so quick that you're on your heels before you can blink. Especially that top line. That's the best line we've played against in 7-8 years of college hockey. It's not even close. They're that good. So you got to manage the puck.
I was going to ask, it's kind of a puck possession game when those guys are out there.
Yeah, it's just you got to hold on for dear life and defend and block shots and hope. The best way to defend them is to obviously make them play in their own end, and you can't give the puck up. You have to just possess it and grind it and cycle it. But again, like I said, I think before you came in, like Matty was so good tonight. He was going. Last night he wasn't really going. Tonight he was going, and he makes such a difference for those two because he clear. He takes up so much space. That burst he had in overtime was like whoa. Like I don't think anybody that was incredible.
Greg, you've had a couple of emotional wins in North Dakota this game, some tough losses. You mentioned your lack of puck luck. What's your read on your team at this point of the season?
We really like our team. We have a good hockey team that can win a lot of games. We've beaten North Dakota in front of 15,000 of their fans. We just beat Minnesota. We felt like we probably deserved a better fate last night. Clarkson, it's 1-1. We're all over them, and we lose with 16 seconds left in the game. We lose a 3-on-3 overtime game at Duluth, at Bemidji. We're right there. We have a really good hockey team, and we've shown it. So we have 24 games left. We're through 15. We're 8-7, and we have another huge weekend against a powerhouse up at Denver. So we have got to get healthy, rest them up, and go in there and get a win.
Yeah, Coach, touch on that. After Nodak came home, 2 good games against Anchorage. How do you kind of flip that to going onto a road to a tough environment after a win like tonight?
Yeah, it's always tough up there with altitude and their fans. They're a great program. They dropped one last night and one tonight, so I think they'll be hungry to try and get a sweep next weekend. But they're a hell of a team. They're defending national champs, and our guys got to be really good. They got to play like we did last night to have a chance to win. If we play like we did tonight, we're probably not going to win on the road.
Coach, can you quantify what this might mean in March if you get into the tournament?
Well, this is a win that's going to reward us all year in the pairwise because they're going to win a ton of games. So every game they win, it helps us, and they're going to win. The majority of their games are going to win. So this is a huge one for us. It's just to get back above 500, to be 7-4, and then after this series potentially be under 500 would have been kind of an unjust dagger, and I don't know how our guys would have handled it. But now we can't look back. We have to build off this and really let it propel us to bigger and better things.
Yesterday you were talking about how you needed maybe a big game like over in Vegas. Tonight, is that why you guys went with those unis today?
Yeah, we needed to win, and we're undefeated in Vegas. Those are our Vegas unis, and so Corby came into the coach's office after the game, after everybody was gone last night. He's like, "What do you think about the Vegas?" I'm like, "Let's do it. We need to win." So yeah, we might just wear those all season.